Good morning, everybody, on this Friday morning. I'm Redrick. Thanks for joining us for Local 4 News this morning.
And now we have more flooding.
The water didn't take long to cover River Drive in Moline and cause issues for drivers. One family had to be rescued after trying to drive through the standing water right in front of the tax layer center. In response to United Township High School this morning, police received a threat of a subject with a gun at the high school via phone call. Multiple agencies did respond. No arrests have been made at this time, but police are investigating several leads at this point.
It is crest day along the Mississippi River, and so far it is expected to be a record breaker.
We've been dealing with severe weather for several days now, and in some extreme cases, those storms can trigger negative emotions or even cause PTSD.
They're part of that HESCO barrier that's been keeping this floodwater from coming up to this point in Davenport did fail, sending these floodwaters up near downtown.
Many people spent yesterday finding ways to protect our planet, but one Rock Island woman is on a mission to make a difference year-round.
Good morning, Alexandria. Welcome to Aledo, Illinois. They've called this place the rhubarb capital of the entire state of Illinois. And guess what? They're about to show you why as we move on later on today.
It seems like it's going to be pretty fun. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little timid of the mechanical bull because it just seems like when people go off of that thing, they just go flying this away, that away.
We will give you details on how you can get involved in that and how you can potentially bring one of these pups home. They make great teammates, in case you didn't know.
While we're at it, banana splits.
Disgusting.
Get rid of those too.
It's nasty.
That's way too much different ice cream with a piece of fruit on it. Stop it.
Thank you.
Coming up.
WHBF is local for you. Now, here is your digital-only look at Quad Cities news. This is Local 4 News Midday, only on OurQuadCities.com.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Redrick. Thanks for joining us for a very special edition of Local 4 News Midday. We're coming to you from downtown Davenport, where the flooding situation here took a big turn for the worse yesterday. That's after a part of that HESCO barrier that's been keeping this floodwater from coming up to this point in Davenport did fail, sending these floodwaters up near downtown. Now, we're going to show you now what's happening right now at 2nd Street and Pershing Avenue. This is right around where that HESCO barrier failed. You're looking at 2nd Street, and it is, as you can see, underwater at this point. Cars underwater, over now above the wheel wells of a lot of those cars, up to the door handles. You see some businesses over here. You got Abernathy's, the new Bootleg Hill Honey Meats business as well. These are all businesses that are being affected. We've seen staff boating into their businesses to kind of salvage whatever they've got going on in their surroundings. And of course, the government bridge is closed as well. That's off to the left over here on 2nd Street. Now, this breach happened near Pershing Avenue between River Drive and 2nd Street, as we mentioned. I'm going to show you some video now of yesterday and first responders working to help people affected by these quick moving waters. Davenport Public Works says around 25 people had to be evacuated from this area yesterday. Our flood patrol coverage starts with Local 4's Andrea Medina, who gives us a recap of how it all started.
Yeah, Redrick, it's going to be a while until this area dries up and it's accessible again. We're just shy away of the 1993 all-time record. We're getting pretty close there, and so we're going to send it to Yukari, who has more on this coverage. Yukari?
That's right, Andrea. People have been dealing with the aftermath this morning in Davenport. Yukari Nakayama, Local 4 News.
Now, we got some important information to pass along to you. The American Red Cross is stepping in to help during this flooding situation. They've opened up a relief shelter at Lincoln School in Davenport. That's at the address listed on your screen. A donation drop-off site has also opened up in Davenport. They're accepting water and non-perishable snacks, as well as bed sheets and pillows. That goes on until 4 p.m. at the Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds. And businesses affected by this flooding can also ask for help keeping the floodwaters away. If you own a business down here within the flood zone, sandbags are available to help protect your property. You can call the number on your screen or submit a request on the website. And we're learning this morning that the Davenport Post Office has suspended operations at their facility on West 2nd Street. It's because of the water coming into the building there. Staff there are relocating items and services to the facility on North Marquette Street. That will be available for pickup at 2 p.m. tomorrow. And a reminder to forward it to Local 4 when you see flooding impacting your area. It's easy by downloading the Our Quad Cities app. You can get breaking news notifications and also share stories that you want to see highlighted on Local 4. Also stay up to date with us by liking us on Facebook and following us on Twitter. Floodwaters hurt first responder efforts to fight a fire in Bettendorf this morning. They had to use a boat to respond to a garage on fire on 179th Street Place. That happened just before 1:30 today. Fire officials say they fought the fire while standing in 4 feet of water. Everyone did make it out safe. No injuries were reported. Stay with us after the break. Meteorologist Ash Simpson will have the latest on this flood and when we can expect some relief. That's coming up next. Inside the Rock Island High School Fieldhouse, you'll find a display with dozens of athletes that have made their way through this building. Some names jump out at you, others not so much. Like Solomon Butler, a name that few people may recognize, but a name you can find all throughout the history books.
Probably the greatest athlete you've never heard of.
After starting his career in Kansas, Solomon and his brother made the move to Rock Island. His career there only lasted a year, but included several accomplishments.
Phenomenal football player, still holds the school record for 8 touchdowns in a game. Hasn't even been close to being touched. And he wanted to move to Rock Island because it was a bigger community. It had a larger black population. Not that that mattered to him, but he thought he would fit in maybe a little bit better at that time.
From the football field to the basketball court to the track, Butler excelled in all activities he participated in. He went in to continue his efforts at the University of Dubuque, eventually leading to a career in the National Football League, and a 1920 Olympics run cut short by injury. After his athletic career ended, Butler became a bartender in Chicago. One night, Solomon had to deal with an unruly bar patron.
Solomon, being the gentleman that he was, grabbed him and escorted him out the door. The gentleman came back an hour later, and there was a gunfight, and both were killed.
Solomon left behind a lasting legacy, and part of it took place right here in the Quad Cities. Sieben says that legacy reaches much farther than just his athletic accomplishments.
He was obviously a phenomenal athlete, and I think between his high school and college track careers, he had collected like 150 different medals, loving cups, plaques. But that's not what he was about, you know. Yeah, he was good, but he was encouraging others to do well.
In Rock Island, for Hidden History, I'm Redrick Terry.